The first clock broke on a Sunday morning, and it was like something out of a horror movie. Its hand snapped forward in a stutter of seconds that felt wrong, like time was playing tricks on everyone. These seconds stretched out to long, then vanished way too quickly, leaving the town trembling as if reality itself had hiccuped. When the townsfolk looked up, they were greeted by the face of the bell tower spinning through numbers they didn't recognize. It was like the symbols were bleeding from the brass, morphing into a color reminiscent of bruised flesh. The sound, it wasn't a simple tick or chime. It was a wet gnash, gnawing in the air that crawled down throats and dug into lungs, making it hard to breathe. Before long, every watch, every pocket clock, every grandfather clock in the town seemed to have a mind of its own. Gears ground backward and forward, scratching glass and skin alike. Imagine the panic when those who wore watches felt the leather straps tighten around their wrists until their flesh split beneath. The metal heated up, branding glyphs that pulsed and throbbed like tiny hearts. Even those without a timepiece felt it a pull, a tug of something lurking beneath the seconds, dragging at their very marrow. Time itself began to warp. Children aged and unaged mid-sleep, their bones stretching to long and then snapping, skin peeling in wet ribbons that twitched as if they had a life of their own. Can you picture it? Their mouths splitting open to vomit tiny cogs that scuttled across the floor, clicking away, feeding some unseen hunger. Adults weren't spared either. They shrank or bloated, their organs reshaping in bizarre ways. Rib cages twisted like clock springs, livers folded into our glasses, and eyes rolled backward, becoming tiny orbs spinning wildly in their sockets. Those who dared to speak found their words morphing into liquid, pooling on the cobblestones, sizzling as if alive, feeding hungrily on sunlight. The streets echoed with the chimes of hundreds of clocks striking different hours at once, each bell hammering through stone and bone, rattling teeth loose and cracking skulls. It was chaos. All sound morphed into something internal, vibrating in blood, synapses misfiring, with every heartbeat becoming a metronome of pure terror. The very fabric of reality was unraveling, and no one knew how to stop it. The cathedral twisted. Its spire bent like soft wire, windows melting into tears of colored wax, saints' faces peeling off altars, eyes opening to reveal gears instead of pupils ticking with every blink. The priest's tongue split into twin pendulums swinging side to side, dripping blood, while his hands grew multiple joints, bending backwards, scratching cryptic runes on the floor that hissed when stepped on. The congregation moved in loops, limbs bending impossibly, mouths opening and closing on a cycle of screaming and whispering, eyes rolling back as time folded inside them. Shadows detached from walls, stretching and pooling on the floor, twisting into new forms. Elongated faces with teeth running down their necks, torsos spiraling into themselves like springs. And when these shapes touched a person, they were absorbed, their flesh weaving into the shadows, leaving only a shell that repeated its motions endlessly. The sky itself tore. Stars swung like pendulums, smearing light across the heavens into runes of shapes too complex for the mind to hold, constellations folding inward like origami of flesh, the moon splintering into cog-like shards raining down like teeth. Embedding into rooftops and skulls, each impact sending a chime that rolled through the town like a wave, shaking buildings, bending streets, splintering stone into soft fibers. The earth opened, revealing a machine larger than any city, gears turning, grinding, dripping black oil that was heavier than night, creeping into alleys, into lungs, into the very sinews of those who survived. Those who fell into the maw of the machine did not die, they were pulled apart, twisted, folded, stretched across teeth of grinding cogs, each iteration screaming the same syllable over and over, a sound that became itself a loop, unbreakable. The survivors tried to climb, to escape to the rooftops, but the city itself was no longer solid. Streets bent into arcs like vertebrae, towers stretched into spirals of sinew and brick, doors opened into impossible corridors of moving gears and flesh. Time became a predator, minutes slashed, hours swallowed, days collapsed. Those who ran stumbled into duplicates of themselves, each second creating a copy with slight differences, bodies merging, splitting, melting, eyes growing or vanishing, teeth multiplying, skin turning translucent. A man found his head looping backward on his spine, jaw unhinged, whispering into his own ears, while a child sprouted hundreds of tiny arms that flailed in all directions, grasping at air that no longer existed. The chime of the clocks turned into this wild roar, and suddenly the whole town felt like it was being pulled into this massive clockwork beast beneath our feet. It was more than just gears grinding. It was like they were munching on thoughts, memories, and even the very idea of existence itself. Picture this. Buildings, people, and streets all merging into this one crazy, spinning mechanism. Every tick of the clock gobbled up hours and days, squishing lives into these tiny strips that just fed into this never-ending machine, looping forever. It was as if the clock hands were striking midnight again and again, each chime peeling back another layer of our world, leaving us wondering what was real and what was just a shadow of what once was. It's a bizarre dance of time, isn't it? Beyond the town, the sound spread like wildfire. Tick, tick, tick. It seeped into every nook and cranny of nearby cities, towns, and villages, becoming this contagious echo of broken time. Can you feel it? It gnawed at seconds and minutes, chewing through lives until the entire world was caught in this relentless grind. Picture gears the size of continents, spinning and reshaping everything into a single, infinite loop. There's no start and no end, just this endless ticking that feels almost alive, right? It's like time has this insatiable hunger, consuming us bit by bit, body by body, world by world. It's a haunting reminder that time isn't really ours. It's more like a beast that devours us, second by second, leaving us wondering if we're truly living or just part of its never-ending cycle.